babes, and welcome back to another video. And today I'm just going to be showing you some of my favorite affordable drugstore products. This was actually a video that was requested by a subscriber, so I just wanted to try to get this up soon for you guys. But a lot of these are super affordable products that can be found at your local drugstore, Walmart, or maybe even the dollar store. But I'm just going to go ahead and get into the video. Okay, and I'm not really going to go in any specific order, but these are just some of my favorite drugstore products that may or may not be dupes for other high-end products. This is the Milani Bright Side Illuminating Primer, and this is such a good primer. It reminds me a lot of one of my favorite Estee Lauder primers, and this is a lot more affordable. I did get the Estee Lauder one on sale, but this is like, I think $7, which you really can't beat the price. And this is one of my favorite bronzers. This is from Physicians Formula. It's the Butter Bronzer. It's pretty well hyped up on YouTube, but for a good reason. I have it in the shade Light. I could definitely go up a shade, but I'm just trying to use this up. And I prefer a more lighter bronzer anyway. I don't like to look too crazy, so yeah, I love this one. And some of my favorite eyeshadow palettes from the drugstore, I will admit I don't own a lot of drugstore eyeshadow palettes, just because a lot of them I find just don't really have as good of quality. But I really like this Milani like mini eyeshadow quad, and this is in the shade Rosy Revenge, and look how beautiful this is. This was featured in my favorite eyeshadow palettes for fall. I just love these like deep rosy tones. Like, give it to me. Like, this is my kind of color story. And the formula is really awesome. It is a little bit powdery, so I would recommend putting this on before you apply your foundation. That way you can kind of go in and clean it up afterwards, but it is still a really good eyeshadow palette. Very, very pigmented. And some of my other favorites is I've been loving this Profusion Mauves palette, which it's like kind of the same kind of color story, like pink, mauve-y, kind of like if it wasn't so pinky, like with those red shades, it's giving me modern Renaissance vibes. If you guys remember, that was like the palette to have a couple years back. I never actually owned that eyeshadow palette, but I love these like kind of deeper like rosy tones. So beautiful. And this is the ColourPop Wine and Only palette. I'm not saying specifically this eyeshadow palette, but ColourPop makes some of the best eyeshadows that I think are affordable. Like, you can't find them at the drugstore, but Ulta does sell some of their products, so they are readily available. And they're just, this is such a beautiful, like, I need to use this again for the fall, because this is like the perfect burgundy palette in my opinion. I used this when I went to Cranfest because I wanted to do like a really pretty cranberry eye, but I need to use it again in the near future. And speaking of ColourPop, I also really like their Super Shock eyeshadows. They're usually only a couple bucks, and they're super pigmented and like super sparkly. Like, this was a summer shade, but it was from their Coast to Coral collection. But I love this shade. It's so beautiful. And for blush, I have a couple of different things that I like from the drugstore. I have this L'Oreal Blush Please. This reminds me so much of Super Orgasm from NARS, which is no longer available, which breaks my heart because I know a lot of people complain that that was too glittery. But that was like my favorite blush probably like 4 or 5 years ago. And my grandma actually got that for me when I was living with her at the time. So it just reminds me of her. Not that she wore it, but it just, it gives me good feelings. So yeah, but this is such a pretty blush. It reminds me so much of NARS Super Orgasm. So if you loved that blush and are sad that it is no longer available, go pick up the L'Oreal Blush Please in Blushing in Rivera. It is like so similar, but I find that one, not that I remember too much like about it other than the color, but it's a lot less glittery. So it's kind of the same color, but without as much glitter, if that makes sense. And for a cream blush, I really enjoy this Milani Cheek Kiss Liquid Blush in the shade Pink Flirt. This is just such a good liquid blush. I'm actually close to using this up, which it does take a long time for me to use a blush up, but because you just need such a little amount. But I think I will be featuring this in a future video because I plan on doing a video on makeup products that I want to use up by the end of 2021, because we are reaching close to the end of the year, which is crazy. It's crazy to say. And I also really enjoy these, like I've had this for a while, so like a lot of the outside part is starting to wear off, but this is the Hello Halo Blush Lighter from Wet n Wild, and these are only a couple of bucks, but these just look so beautiful on the cheeks. They do not emphasize texture whatsoever, and this highlight is so impactful, so you only need the littlest amount. I love this. You can wear them each on their own, or you can swirl your blush brush all together for just a super glowy blush look, but I love this. And another product from Wet n Wild is their Mega Glow Hello Halo Liquid Highlighter. And this is in the shade Rosy and Ready. This is a cream highlighter. I really like this. It's very pigmented, so you only need a little amount. But I actually got this from the dollar store. So check out your local dollar store and see what kind of makeup items they have, because sometimes they do get in some really good stuff. I don't know if you heard, but I saw something online that they're going to be raising their prices to $1.25. I don't know if you've heard anything about it, but that's crazy. They've always had their stuff for $1. I don't know how I feel about that. But another product I really like that's super affordable is this ColourPop lip products. Like pretty much anything you try from them is awesome. And this is in the shade Gold Digger. And it is so similar to, if you've ever tried Kat Von D Lolita, that was a super popular lipstick, liquid lipstick a long time ago as well. And I really still like that. I don't have it in my collection at the moment because I'm trying to use up as much stuff as I can before bringing new things in. But this color reminds me so much of the Lolita from Kat Von D. And I try not to buy from Kat Von D because it is kind of a little bit more of a controversial brand. I know it was taken over by new ownership, but yeah. And another color I really like I just had to feature this because it is one of my favorite liquid lipsticks from the drugstore. It is kind of on the higher price point. I think this is like $10. I actually found it at my local TJ Maxx. So check out your TJ Maxx as well, because you can find a lot of really good discounts on makeup there. But this is in the shade Peony Pink. This is just like the perfect pink liquid lip. I love this. It's just so beautiful. When I run out of this, I definitely plan on repurchasing this because this is a go-to for me. I wear it all the time. And for eyeliner, I have this matte Manué Butter Eyeliner from Physicians Formula. This is dried out. I just need to get rid of this at this point. So I am going to be throwing this away after this video. But it's like all used up anyway, but I love this eyeliner. It's perfect for a super thick wing. And this is what the brush looks like. Mine is kind of janky because I've had it for a really long time, probably like 6 months, so it's time to get rid of this. But I don't know if you can tell on camera, but it definitely needs to go bye-bye. But I definitely will be picking this up maybe in the near future again because I really like the product. And we just have a couple of drugstore eye products. This is the e.l.f. like liquid glitter eyeshadow, and I have mine in the shade 24 Karat Gold, and I love this. This is perfect to like put underneath a gold eyeshadow. These are total dupes for the Stila Glitter and Glow liquid eyeshadows, and I love those. I have so many. I think I have like 6 or 7 of those. But these are like $3, and the Stila ones are usually like $20, which you can find them at TJ Maxx and Ross or Marshalls. So if you enjoy those, definitely check them out because I found mine for usually like $3 there. One other product I recently tried out, and I just thought I featured in this video because I really enjoy the color of this, and it really does work well to lay underneath an eyeshadow. This is the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil, and this is another product that was really talked about on YouTube a few years ago. It was really hyped up, but this is a new shade. It's in the shade Donut, and it's a really pretty like periwinkle purple color, and that is what the color looks like. It is stunning on the eyes. But I do want to thank you so much for watching this video. If you did enjoy this video, definitely go ahead and give this video a big thumbs up. That helps out my channel so much on YouTube. And if you are not already subscribed, definitely go ahead and hit the red subscribe button. I would love to be friends here on YouTube. But I love you guys so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.